victories over Sami Callihan, Austin Aries, and BB Hulk, and there he is, Akira Tozawa. He was looking for an opportunity to open the Freedom Gate Championship, denied to him by Jon Moxley. Instead, PAC, the man that he is representing World 1, steps up to the challenge, says, I'll put my title on the line against you. And Tozawa looking to leave Atlanta, the Open the Brave Gate champion.
Tozawa, formerly of Kamikaze USA, unceremoniously ousted by Jon Moxley and Yamato back at United. But undaunted and undeterred, the man with an insane amount of charisma makes his way here to Atlanta with the opportunity of a lifetime.
Opportunity of a lifetime, as you mentioned, Lenny. But to do so, he is going to have to take on, arguably, the preeminent high flyer in all of the world, the Open the Brave Gate champion in PAC. These two men squared off in a dream partner tag team match last night in Burlington, and you can see the war wounds on the forehead of PAC after those brutal headbutts from Tozawa.
This contest, scheduled for one full 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Open the Brave Gate title. Introducing first, the challenger. Standing to my right, standing at 1.7 meters, and weighing 93 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, Akira and his opponent, standing to my left, weighing in at 78 kilograms and hailing from Newcastle, England, representing World 1 is the man of gravity, Vodka. Ladies and gentlemen, the Open the Brave Gate champion.
Larry Legend clearly getting paid by the syllable for his introductions here in Atlanta. The referee Bryce Remsburg holds aloft the prize that both these men will be battling over, the Open the Brave Gate Championship. We mentioned last night these two doing battle as part of that Dream Partner Tag Team matchup. It was PAC teaming up with his arch nemesis, the man who he has a rather healthy rivalry with, over who might actually be the best high flyer in the business today, Ricochet, while Tozawa was a member of Ronin for one night only, teaming up with the Kentucky gentleman Chuck Taylor. And it was a vicious headbutt out on the floor from Tozawa that split open the forehead of PAC, who comes in here tonight at less than 100%. but ready to go. He lost a ton of blood, but still able to pick up the victory in that matchup, much to the chagrin of his partner, Chuck Taylor. But these two, certainly a heated issue after their battle last night in Burlington, North Carolina.
I think you're going to see a little bit slower of a contest here, a little bit more of a feeling out process. If you ask me, neither man's going to want to make the first mistake, especially with the Open the Brave Gate title on the line.
It's Tozawa scoring the early advantage, taking control of the front face lock on PAC, who is back to his feet. Reverses positions, the full arm drag and twist, controlling the wrist lock of Tozawa. And the youngster, Tozawa, who's been on an extended stay here in the United States and has been very successful thus far, but clearly a win in the Open the Brave Gate title match here against PAC would catapult him in the eyes of the fans, not just here in the United States, not just in Japan, but in the offices of both DRAGONGATE USA and DRAGONGATE in Japan. And he would be primed to return to his homeland as an absolute star in this sport. But that's going to be easier said than done. Facing off against the man who gravity forgot, PAC, as PAC looks to make his 6th defense of his Open the Brave Gate Championship. It was back on August the 29th, 2010 in Fukuoka, Japan at Hakata Star Lanes, where PAC won a tournament to become the new Open the Brave Gate champion, because the then Open the Dream Gate champion Masato Yoshino vacated that title, as it was deemed a little bit too much for him to try and defend both of those belts back in Japan. Wanted to give another wrestler an opportunity to handle the chores of defending the Open the Brave Gate Championship, and it is PAC who has defeated the likes of Susumu Yokosuka, K-Ness, Dragon Kid, Yamato, Naoki Tanizaki, and Ricochet himself in his last defense just over a month ago at Korakuen Hall. It was PAC over Ricochet with the 360 shooting star press.
And you say last defense, and that's what Tozawa's goal here is tonight, to make tonight PAC's last defense of that title as he walks out of here, walks into tomorrow, and hopefully back to his home country of Japan, the Open the Brave Gate champion, and now Tozawa in control of this contest. We mentioned before in the previous outing, Sami Callihan versus Yoshino. This is going to be another similar contest where Tozawa is not going to want to match speed with PAC. The moment he does, just like that, PAC is going to get control of this contest, and it could be over in just 3 seconds for Tozawa.
And I think you can see that Tozawa realizes that himself, as he had PAC out on the floor, but instead of taking a chance, instead of trying to dive out to the floor this early in the matchup, he doesn't want to make a mistake, because it only takes one mistake to cost you the matchup against an athlete like PAC. He only needs one error, one slip up on your part, and the next thing you know, you're counting the lights and the match is over. So Tozawa very wisely not rushing into anything here and letting PAC come to him. Sends the champ face first to the buckle and now puts the boots to the champion in the corner as he gets a warning from referee Bryce Remsburg.
I don't think Tozawa's going to listen here in this instance, but he's got to be very careful not to get disqualified for something like that as he locks in the cravat. PAC drops down with a kick to the back of the head and goes right back to the cravat. Takes PAC down, kicks him right in the back.
Both men back to their feet, face to face, and PAC clearly still a little bit annoyed with Tozawa as he drives the boot right between the shoulder blades, as Masato Yoshino at ringside cheering on his World 1 stablemate and tag team championship partner.
They'll have a defense of those titles tomorrow here in Atlanta, but right now the focus is on that chop from PAC to the chest of Akira Tozawa.
Another vicious knife-edge chop, but Tozawa absorbs it and fires back with one of his own.
And now both men here have to be very careful. PAC was trying to trade strikes with Tozawa in power, but no, Tozawa in control. Just snaps PAC over, goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. PAC is not going to stay down for that. Not this early in the contest, and now a chin lock applied. And you see Tozawa here leaning forward, putting as much of his weight on PAC, and now brings PAC down to the canvas. It's going to be very difficult for PAC to wrestle his way back up to his feet, but instead just decides to throw his leg out, make it to the bottom rope. Tozawa breaks it up, but continues his assault on PAC. Big time senton there. Cover. Tozawa, with that experience that he's been obtaining in the States here over the last several months, approaching on a year. A bit of a rookie mistake there in not hooking the leg as PAC kicks him away.
Hard forearm right there from Tozawa as he again puts the boot right up into the throat. And another warning from referee Bryce Remsburg, but the damage being done by Tozawa in the corner here. Using Remsburg's count, he's breaking before he gets to 5. Not exactly breaking the rules, but maybe bending them in his favor a little bit.
Yeah, definitely leaning on those rules. And speaking of leaning, goes right back to that chin lock. Leaning forward as he wrenches back. Very sound strategy here and now.
Seated abdominal stretch here by Tozawa, again trying to slow PAC down. And so far, I gotta tell you, this match has been wrestled at a pace that certainly, in my mind, favors the challenger Tozawa, as PAC has so far been effectively grounded by Tozawa here.
With the crowd now trying to rally behind PAC as PAC makes it up to his feet. Hip tosses his way out, but not enough to capitalize as Tozawa charges in with that drop kick.
A little slow to follow up here, though, is Tozawa, as he has PAC down. Instead of going for a cover, drags him back to his feet, scoops him up. Hard slam by Tozawa. Now quickly out to the apron. Trying for that textbook diving headbutt that never seems to work the first time. And then the second time, he ends up eating the feet of PAC, who had that scouted quite well.
Yeah, not even letting Tozawa make the second attempt at the headbutt. PAC just kicked him right in the face as Tozawa was in the air, and now PAC in control of this contest. It was just one little mistake, as I mentioned before.
And now PAC dishing out a taste of Tozawa's medicine in the corner, utilizing referee's count to his fullest extent before bringing him out, snapping him open, the suplex, floating immediately into a cover. PAC so fluid, so crisp in everything he does. No wasted motion whatsoever in anything he does.
Speaking of which, so impressive.
Right down across the chest for another near fall.
The way PAC moves throughout the air, you know, Larry Legend announced him as the man that gravity forgot. He's the man that defies gravity every time he enters the squared circle. And now in control of this contest, Akira Tozawa rolling away. PAC almost shrugging his shoulders to say, is that all you got, Tozawa?
Well, I think PAC also showing Tozawa a little bit of respect here as he's got Tozawa down, and just like we saw earlier in the matchup where Tozawa didn't want to rush in and make a mistake, it didn't look like PAC wanted to do that either as he scores the Northern Light suplex right there for another near fall and gets himself a 2 count. PAC doing a really good job of pacing himself here as he is using his offense in quick spurts, high energy from PAC, but picking his spots here. And now grounding Tozawa with the figure 4 head scissors.
Taking the opportunity to slow the pace down yet again, giving himself a little bit of a breather here. As we mentioned last night, that headbutt on the floor from Akira Tozawa busted PAC open less than 24 hours ago, and now coming into this contest, he is not giving that wound any time to heal, and just from the nature of the effort being put into this contest, he's already starting to bleed slightly from the forehead. I think PAC maybe using this to give himself a bit of a breather.
Tozawa trying to inch his way towards the ropes and is able to make it to the bottom rope to earn himself the break. But certainly Tozawa able to sap some of the strength from the challenger with that maneuver as the now bloodied champion makes his way back to his feet. And Tozawa now hanging on the ropes just to keep himself elevated here, and PAC now starting to talk a little junk here. Tozawa not hearing any of it. May have been a mistake, though.
He's awakened Pac, and Pac now really getting frustrated here, maybe. He can't do that. Oh, Tozawa holds on to the top rope. We saw Tozawa make one slight mistake that Pac capitalized. At the stage in this match, Pac cannot afford to make another mistake, because Tozawa will definitely capitalize on it, especially with a drop kick like that. Did take Pac down, but dazed him a little bit. Tozawa had a steep drop kick right to the side of the head.
Yeah, that diving boot from Tozawa sends Pac out to the floor, and now perhaps the time for Tozawa to take a chance. Puts his body on the line once, gonna do it again. And scores again with the dive, sending the champion into the barricade. The fans want to see one more. Senton off the apron.
Tozawa gives the fans what they want here in Atlanta for Dragon Gate USA.
That succession of offensive maneuvers took its toll on the challenger as well. Both men down, double count applied here. Out on the floor by referee Bryce Remsburg. And it is Tozawa slowly getting to his feet first.
Those first two attempts at dives, he landed on his feet, was able to get right back up. That senton, though, taking a little bit out of him, taking a little bit of water, refresh himself. Yoshino, of course, not getting involved out there just for support of his partner in World 1.
That's Pac thrown back inside the ring as the fans get behind the challenger here. And a steam into the corner. Forearm connects solidly to the jaw. Saito suplex. Nicely done by Tozawa. Does not hook the leg, and the champion able to escape, and perhaps now the German suplex coming from Tozawa.
He's measuring, he's calling for it. Pac, though, he's gonna have to, oh no, Pac gets to his feet here. Obviously realizes what Tozawa has in mind, puts the brakes on, wiggles his legs, runs in.
O'Connor roll right to their feet, and dumped right on the back of his head. One fluid motion by Tozawa.
And just a little late in reaching to grab that leg. Not enough to keep Pac down. But this so far is most certainly Akira Tozawa's contest.
That's Tozawa in the corner, still in control here. Reversal of the whip and another back and forth they jockey. It's Tozawa hitting the buckles. Pac elevated. High kick from Pac. Scores from the apron. Springboard, missile, drop kick, and right to his feet with ease. Pac makes it all look so easy, but what an amazing athlete this man from Newcastle, England is, and he's hearing it from the crowd here in Atlanta.
He's just measuring Tozawa here. Tozawa's back is turned. Drop kick right to the back of the head, just crumples Tozawa on the canvas in a heap.
A whiplash effect after that maneuver cover. This time Pac fails to hook the leg and can't get the 3 count.
The crowd now starting to rally behind Tozawa here. Both men in facing corners here as Pac charges in, steps up into Giri, back of the head. Tozawa is down.
Right back out to the outside goes Pac. Springboard 450. No.
And Tozawa kicks out. But look at the pain etched on Tozawa's face, and defiantly yelling no.
I don't know if it's pain as much as determination as Tozawa digging down here. As both these men started to show the effects of the wear and tear from the punishment they've dished out to one another in this matchup.
Pac incredulously up to his feet as Tozawa slow to his feet again. Almost begging Tozawa to get up. That forearm shot, Tozawa answers back with one of his own.
Trading shots right in the center. Tozawa swinging for the fences.
Neither man goes down. Their stance is getting a little wobbly. Just both at the same time just crush each other's faces. Now Tozawa with a flurry of shots right to the jaw.
PAC was a little bit quicker on that one exchange, but it was Tozawa with a succession of blows. And that spinning kick takes the champion down to a knee. Step up enziguri by PAC into the ropes with momentum. Over into the Hurricane Rana, but he rolls through. Shining Wizard. What a combination by Tozawa, but he can't follow up. And the crowd here in Atlanta comes to their feet.
An explosive combination of offense there. Tozawa now finally getting to his feet, but PAC just one step ahead of him. But I don't know, Tozawa comes in with the big bicycle kick, says one more.
Sends PAC for the ride, follows him in. Great escape right there by PAC. Bipasso into the corner. And again, the champion eats the boot from the challenger. With nowhere to go in the corner, PAC just crumples down to a knee. And now, both men having to dig down one more time as Tozawa back to his feet first, into the ropes with speed. Bipasso right into a German. But
Tozawa is on his feet!
Kick to the back of the head. German! Whoa! Right on the back of his neck!
If PAC's not done for, he certainly will be right now.
Drop from the heavens and then super kick to the canvas. Both men are down one more time. This is exactly the kind of action that the fans are going to see when we return in June to Massachusetts, New York City, back at BB King's and on Long Island for our debut in the month of June. And you can check out WWNlive.com for all of those events.
But right now, you're watching here a great contest over the Open the Brave Gate title. Both men still on their feet, and just as I say that, PAC dropped to a knee. And now Tozawa begging for another shot from PAC, just absorbing those blows. And there's one for PAC right in the face.
PAC not going down, firing back with one of his own. And I don't know if PAC wants to trade with Tozawa in a slugfest here, as he can't take the challenger off his feet. Tozawa still up, but he's rubbery-legged here. Boot right to the mush. You gotta be kidding me.
And PAC on so many occasions after taking this horrendous punishment from Tozawa does his best to get to the ropes, get to a corner, not to lay on the canvas, and especially in the ropes. PAC, you see, holding his head from the second rope.
Oh, he hesitated right there and nobody was home. Tozawa! So close with the knees! Right down across the chest of the champion, but he couldn't quite put him away. Perhaps the Avalanche German will? No!
Tozawa questioning the call, but you can't do that, Tozawa. You gotta stay on PAC, just like he's doing right now here, Lenny.
The blood continuing to flow from the forehead of the champ. PAC has to sense that the end could be near here. Straight jacket German. PAC drops down to a knee. Trying to fight is Tozawa, but can't get him off his feet. Into the ropes, O'Connor roll blocked.
This time holds on, does PAC. No, again. Lands on his feet, PAC.
Misses the boot. Right back into the German, standing switch. German from PAC with a bridge. He got it.
The final 19 minutes and 39 seconds. Your winner and still Open the Brave Gate champion, PAC.
Well, Jacarson, we said early on it would only take one mistake, just one hiccup, Brave Gate Championship in a very hard-fought matchup with Akira Tozawa.
Put forth by both men, and a nice show of respect there between two fantastic competitors. Coming up short here tonight for the Open the Brave Gate Championship, but earning the respect of PAC and every single person here in Atlanta is Akira Tozawa. Truck stop there by Brody Lee on the already weakened Yoshino, and now PAC just gets leveled by Brody Lee with the big boot.
Well, that's exactly what we've seen. Oh, come on, disrespect to the fans. Brody Lee was getting cheers in his match earlier tonight, and then right now just showing the disrespect to the fans. And Shima's got the mic. Laying out the Open the United Gate Tag Team Champions ahead of that match tomorrow, right here in Atlanta.
I don't agree with the tactics, but the tactics smart on the part of Blood Warriors. If you can injure the champions for tomorrow going to that contest, could be very easy picking to bring those titles to Blood Warriors.
You got wrestlers coming out of the back here to check on PAC and Yoshino, trying to make sure that they're okay. There's a concerned look on the faces as Blood Warriors just decimated World 1 here.
After that classic that we saw between PAC and Tozawa, for Blood Warriors to come in and just ruin the moment, just like you said, Lenny, before, disrespectful to the fans.
We're gonna go backstage right now where we're standing by are the members of Ronin. Let's go backstage to Ronin.